brother. But man, yeah, let's keep it pushing. I'm a big fan of this next fight.
I love this fight.
Amazing. This fight,
Also,
I like the matchup. I like the actual fight. And one quick thing, I don't know if this is what you're about to say, but how is this not the co-main? Is that where you were going?
okay, yes. How is this not the co-main?
How is this not the
It's
co-main?
precisely where the hey, they're 1 versus 4, and the headliners are 2 versus 6 in the exact same weight class. This should have been maybe the headliner.
And de Randamie is one of probably the top 5 most famous female combat sport athletes alive on planet
And she's
Earth.
ranked 1 in the division, like right behind Nunes, and it's the money-making division for the women's weight class.
No,
Like
exactly.
135 is the women's money-making division.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally do.
And it was a great fight.
It was a phenomenal fight. So yeah, and I kind of want to touch on it a little more on the next fight of why that one was the co-main, or I want to get into it. But I'm so glad we were on the same page because like I was about to pull my hair out that this fight was before goddamn Carlos Felipe.
I mean, we can if you want to jump to Felipe and De Castro and give Julianna Pena and de Randamie like the right they deserve as the co-main. I'm fine. We can flip the breakdown real fast.
Let's get to de Randamie. I don't know.
All right.
My fucking order man over here.
Rankings
McGee.
Rankings McGee. So you probably loved 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 6, though, right?
I did. I really liked the matchups. I did.
You're gonna hate this though, because check this out. de Randamie is 1, right, and Julianna Pena is 4, 135. So you'd think that the odds as they stood were how it opened, right? Which are de Randamie minus 145 and Julianna Pena plus 125. Is that what you had?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I had. Okay.
This opened at de Randamie plus 105 and Julianna Pena minus 115.
Pena favored?
Yeah. This switched all the way from pick'em back to the reverse of de Randamie being favored.
This is one of the few instances where the public's actually smart.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what the fuck Vegas was doing here. Why would you put a girl as good as Germaine de Randamie as the not favorite against Julianna Pena, who literally can't strike for shit and only has the option to grapple, and then got choked out?
I mean, if they did get a lot of action on it, apparently. Maybe that's why they set the number. I mean, just for to get action. I don't know.
And you know what else? You know what else I just thought about? When they set it at plus 105, by the first day it had already moved to minus 110 for de Randamie. So that means they're making money. Well, anytime it's over 100 and it's minus, Vegas does not lose, even if you bet that and that person wins.
Okay.
Because they will pay out less than the money you paid. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense. One other factor is sorry, I don't know, blanked it. It's all good, but yeah, we'll just keep it pushing. De Randamie. Oh, also no, it came back to me. Sorry. This was I think this totally has everything to do with that line moving so much. And we talked about it pretty much this whole podcast. This was the only bettable fight on the whole card.
Yeah.
That had to be the reason, right? Oh, shit, he froze up a little bit. Oh, shit.
Sorry.
He's back.
My Wi-Fi just crashed on me. Not great. We switched to the LTE. It's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be a problem.
No, you're good, man. But what I'm saying is that this was the only bettable fight on the whole card, so I'm sure that's the reason why it got so much action, right? And was bet up and bet down so much.
No, I mean, yeah, that has to be because the rest of the card was just trash as far as betting. Like, there were no sweet spots like you talked about. And honestly, if you were looking for like a line to take, this was about the only one that made any good sense.
It's the only bettable fight. I think that's fair to say. I mean, I'm sure somebody won money on the other fights, but in my opinion, for most people, your average UFC fan, I think this was I won't say the only bettable fight, the most bettable fight of the card, for sure.
For sure, yeah. That's a good way to say it, too.
Yeah, like you said, de Randamie ranked 1, Pena ranked 4. So, yeah, really great matchup there.
Got Jason Herzog as the ref again. Final assignment of the night. Did a good job again.
Did a great job again. Yep. Round 1, de Randamie's precision striking was just clinical. I mean,
my first note is GDR has such crispy striking, dude. It's nice, dude.
Just so. I mean, you couldn't draw it up any better. I mean, coach's wet dream, right? Just
pops the
especially for her
jab.
body type, like she's so tall and so lanky, and then you combine that with just that precision, and it's so perfect to watch. It really was.
Also, not to be a dick, maybe Pena goes to 125 though, huh? Because like a little thick in the hips, like she could drop the 10. I think. Maybe I'm being an asshole.
Well, I'll say, man, when you're fighting, de Randamie her body type would make almost anybody she's fighting look.
That's true.
You know, she's so rail thin and pencil and tall and lanky.
And muscular without like any fat. It's a good point.
So I think maybe it might be a comparison thing. Who knows? Maybe you're an asshole. I don't know. I know.
Yeah.
For sure, man. But man, and then round 2, did you give round 2 to Pena?
I actually did. Yeah, I did.
I gave round 2 to Pena. Her grappling was really impressive in the second round.
Although GDR almost got her with the Von Flue. Really impressed with the Von Flue attempt. Like, for her to realize that she had that almost locked up was impressive to me. Just because Pena, like, being the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, should not put herself in that situation.
Yeah. And just to say something, I guess, nice about Pena, I really respected her ability after getting pieced up on the outside by the taller fighter for the whole first round. To spend the whole second round in dominant grappling position was a really, really good implementation of a game plan and pivoting and switching it up and not beating your head against the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the other fighters on the card did. So I respect that. Like if something ain't working, I love when fighters try something else. I really do. Especially like you said, she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Like get in there, let's get this fight on the ground. So I gave it on to the Pena. So I had it, 19-19 going into 3.
Same.
Yeah.
Same, but de Randamie striking, it's nice, and it's making Pena have to come in for these takedowns. And like we were saying, like you have to go in, you have to try and get this to the ground. Yeah, and she does try that. Problem being that if you get caught in a guillotine, you leave your neck out there, you're not coming back from it. And that's essentially exactly what happens. I mean, de Randamie locked up a tight palm-to-palm guillotine.
Well, and also, man, think about how skinny de Randamie's arms are. Think about how much easier that is to get under the chin as opposed to, like, fucking Carlos Felipe's forearm trying to get under your chin. That's a goddamn quad. You know what I'm saying? But, like, de Randamie's sliding her little pencil under your neck. It's like a garrote wire.
Yeah, it was – I mean, what's crazy is you'd think with exactly what you're saying, de Randamie would have more submissions on her record maybe. But – not a submission artist by any means, but she looked really good. Like her submission defense was good, and then her submission attacks were really good.
I think she'll always struggle with the strength of Nunes. Like that.
Oh yeah, she'll never beat her.
But it's so weird. Like we'll get to that. We'll get to that after the home fight. I want to get to what's next for that division. But goddamn, it's fucking crazy. But so yeah, I mean, de Randamie is just at this weird point, like fucking where like she's like Stockton and Malone could never get past Jordan.
Right, like there's just the GOAT.
Yeah, she's just like she's done everything else you can possibly do. I mean, her resume outside of the Nunes fights is just impeccable.
Well, to be honest, for like Holm and de Randamie, it's like you both are great. You just aren't Amanda Nunes. You just aren't the greatest.
And it's just it's a level of physicality, right? Like it just like it's not an X's and O's approach of why.
Amanda Nunes does the exact same things they do, just does them a little better with more force and more veracity.
So strong, bro.
Dude, she's insane.
So strong. But we'll get to it. But yeah, GDR, man, looking great.